All right. So yeah, so Mars friggin' hates me. I was trying to get through personal reads, and I was doing a really good personal read. It was almost done, and then it just kicks me out of the app right to the friggin' home screen. So I was like, all right, cool. Video's not there. Tried to redo it. Um, I wasn't feeling it, so I had to take a break. Restarted the video, and I was trying to do it live because I was like, let's try it. Let's try it live. Do it a little different. See what happens there. Except I was trying to do it private, and then I realized that it wasn't private, so that's why I bailed on that. And then I was just like, you know what? I just spent like 2 hours trying to do that, so I'm gonna take a little break and do some energy reads. Since whole retrograde coming, like Venus is coming out and fucking Mars is going in, so it's gonna do energy readings for the weekend anyway. So I figured we might as well get a head start. Yeah, it's it's nuts. All right. I mean, I'm not so much scared of this retrograde. Like last time dealing with a spiritual awakening and stuff, it was a little spooky, but now I'm just upset that it's screwing with my technology. I mean, technology was the least of my concerns last time. So again, these are just going to be energy readings. They're not going to have anything to do with the zodiacs. A big thing I like to stress too, because a lot of readers, they're not so open about it because they suck you in with, oh, this is the Cancer card and all this stuff. But it's like we all have the elements, and pay attention to the energies. So these are more like situations. Yeah. Oh yeah. I know the energies are crazy right now. It's there's a huge shift going. It's like actually another wave of energy that came through as well. That's pretty much what you gotta do. You can't fight the universal flow. That's just not gonna happen. But I mean, the energies, they're going good. I mean, they are for me. I know everybody is gonna deal with it differently, and I mean, like, um, like this for me started. It was like, well, I mean, when things got really crazy, like it was definitely around Lionsgate or whatever, and it's like it's been crazy. I know everybody's at different like spots, dealing with different stuff, but I know the energies have been pretty, especially going through that Scorpio, man. Like we're moving out of that, thankfully, because that was some heavy stuff. But we got the Empress and the Sun, so I mean, I feel like a lot of us are really focusing, standing in our power and really focusing on ourselves, aligning ourselves with our path, really, trusting in the universe, learning the flow of the energies and stuff. Um, and it feels just like, again, it's like, because we got the Knave of Swords and the Five of Pence, and it's like the Empress has her back on it. So it's like this, like I don't know. I just get like this shit starter kind of. It's like obviously this is always the Stalker card as well, but it's like temporary energy. It's like I just don't get a good feeling, especially the Five of Pence. It's like I feel it's like a lot of people are really, really realizing their power, and really like staying true to themselves and nurturing themselves. And it's like turning their backs on those, just the draining energies, the temporary energies. Anybody that's really trying to throw your energy off, kind of thing. I've been feeling a huge shift. it's crazy because like a lot of people's energy has been mirroring each other too. It's like I know that we're all in different stages, but hi Jesse. This is like one of my first like live videos too, so I'll be doing more of them. I accidentally did one earlier, but that's Mars for you. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot of people are really starting to awaken to, the things that, like, the different energies. It's like we're becoming more aware of the energies around us, and it's like we're starting to separate. Because we got, usually I don't read reversals, but just because I deal mostly with poppers, let the universe do the work for me. But we got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so it's like, I think there's a lot of there has been a lot of stagnancy. Like before this shift, it's like I think a lot of people are starting to move out of that, and there's been different opportunities and stuff that that have been presented, and for whatever reason, whether it be fear or not thinking you're good enough, or trying to like start a new career and thinking that my idea is it's like you don't think that it's going to pay off kind of thing. It's like not really following your guides on your path kind of thing. But I feel it's like there's been a lot of surrender. I feel with this next shift here, it's like a lot of people are really surrendering, and it's there's been like it's like there's more balance. Like it feels like people are really trying to seek the balance, like not just like in the 3D, it's like balancing the heart, the mind, and the spirit here. And like the Four of Wands in this deck, it's like it's kind of to me, it's just speaking of it's like we're realizing like these different foundations. It's like we're realizing the patterns from the past, and realizing like the different foundations that we've built in the past that didn't necessarily work, and they were emotionally unsatisfying, spiritually unsatisfying, and it was like not nurturing to our inner child. And I feel like a lot of it had to do with not fully trusting, in the divine. It's like, I mean, like, I know on my journey, I've had plenty of times where things, it seemed like in the beginning, I had full trust in the universe, and then it just got to a certain point where it was like, it's like you just felt abandoned. It's like, it's like you just have to believe, but it's like, we've realized that the faith has kind of got us through it. And it's like we're starting to balance that out. And it's like not only are we removing like these different energies out of our lives that are temporary, or just stagnant energy in general. It's like a lot of people are kind of waking up to the reality that they're in relationships or different things. Like even I've noticed in my own life just different like foundations of friendships and stuff like that were just not, it's like faulty foundations or whatever. It's like you realize kind of like, it's like I think a lot of people are really waking up to see like to be more perceptive to the different energies that they're allowing in their lives. And again, like it's speaking to me of like the past reflection and seeing all the different foundations we've forged in our lives. And I believe a lot of this has to do even like because like this stuff is forged from childhood, right? And it's like we're kind of going back to childhood. Like I've come through the last like 6, 8 months, something like that. I've revisited childhood lots, but I'm still like going back once in a while just to like see how things were like built back then. In my own dysfunctional childhood, and it's like just a lot of that I've basically cut out of my life on my own because I've always like forged myself to be myself. But there's like different habits and different things that we don't realize that are, a lot of it kind of stems back to then. 'Cause especially, since we are coming out of Scorpio season, so it's like all that stuff was brought up, like all this like relationship shit was like all coming up during the entire, like it was that was the focus. That's what was being brought up to the surface. Yeah, and it's like finally bouncing again. It just keeps telling me the exact same thing. It's like going nowhere because it's like we're just, again, it's the justice, the balance, and like the stagnant energy. It's like, realizing where you're putting your energy, and it's like, if it's a stagnant situation or a toxic situation, or whatever it is in your life, it's like you're just done. It's like there's been like, I'm not gonna be surprised if like again, the six. So yeah, okay. So this is like the past. Like a lot of people are sitting in situations, like past situations. They have some sort of tie to it. Like there's still burdens connected to it, and it's like there's like the universe is balancing things out. It's like whether you decided to pull the trigger, or that's beside the point, because um, it's like all that stuff's being cleared out. And like it's like a lot of people, it's like they're formulating their plot or their plan or whatever. It's like they're getting their ducks in line. We got the Three of Swords here, but in this deck it's just like this is kind of the calm before the storm. He's like kind of formulating the plan to move forward, to like get this justice. And with the Eight of Cups, and it's like, again, it's just like nurturing. It's like realizing that it's like where you've been putting your energy, and it's like not fulfilling to yourself type thing. Again, and I'm getting like temporary energies, like just childish. It's just like a lot of people are just done putting up with people's stuff. It's like you want to be a baby about it, then go be a baby about it. I'm not changing your diaper. But I mean, it seems to be running me around in circles, so let's see if we pull some different energy. Yeah, I see a lot of people are making different judgments on toxic relationship scenarios. Like I said, it's a lot of people are kind of waking up, making the call to get out of old cycles, start new ones. I think a lot of people have been like really conflicted too about like taking. It's like starting the new cycle or whatever. It's like, a lot of people have just been scared to just cut ties and kind of nurture yourself or whatever. I know everybody's at different points along the way or whatever. So I know some people sat stagnant a little bit longer or whatnot for, you know, various reasons. I mean, I had my reasons. Oh, okay, I got the deck upside down. There we go. So yeah, it's like, again, it's like coming out of confusion. It's like basically like finding like whatever's not balanced in your life. It's like you're basically kind of like looking at it and being like, you know, I'm not really so confused anymore. I totally screwed that up. I don't even want to read reversals. But I guess there's a reason for it. Yeah, it's a lot of people are just like finally being able to just celebrate a lot of this shit too. It's like like you don't, like a lot of people are doing the healing. Because again, it's like the energy's been chaotic, and I know that like the Scorpio season was a little sticky. There was some pretty interesting spots for me. But it's like definitely healing from, you know, this is like allowing yourself to heal too. Because like honestly, this situation here, I'm just like, it's like there's a lot of confusion over a situation that wasn't balanced. It was like a third party situation, and it was like stopping someone's healing process. It's like stopping their growth. Temporary energy. Yeah, it's like in and out. No longer putting the work in. Yeah, again, so I think this weekend's mostly like, it's going to be a lot of balancing. It's the past. Why is the Six of Cups here? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Eight of Cups. So it's like, again, it's you know, tying up loose ends. It's like anything that's like not nurturing or, you know, throwing you off your balance. Because to me, this is like nurturing yourself and standing in your own power and knowing your worth and stuff. But it's in reverse, and it's like this situation is like basically, it's like taking like this balance away from you, and it's like being stuck in that energy or whatever. Like it feels like they were just like kind of in and out. It was like however they pleased. And there's like a lot of, it's like leaving you up at night. Because like for whatever reason, like I haven't delved into it, because these are situations, so I mean like it's going to apply to people in different ways. But it's like fucking Eight of Cups walking away. So again, it's like there's a lot of people, it's like really standing in their own power, knowing their worth, just not putting up with shit anymore. And it's like, again, it's like with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it was like A lot of people were scared. They're holding on to old situations, or just not even quite at that point of being healed enough to really want to move forward. But with Jupiter rolling back around, I feel that's changing. Yeah, it's like spent too much time in hermit mode just thinking about this shit. No longer conflicted. Strength. That's what I like to see, y'all. See, it's like a lot of people just like, for whatever reason, and it's like this too, it's like I feel it's confusion. It's like allowing yourself to sit in confusion. So there's like the unity symbol, like I know that's like has a lot of meanings. As above, as above, so below. But this is like the connection to the divine. It's like trusting your intuition, and like really having the strength to like stand up for yourself and just like fucking walk away from this toxic situations, temporary energies, anything really throwing your energy off, or like taking away from your own happiness. And I feel that's like not only I feel it's like not only just like in like relationships or friends, family. I feel it's even like jobs. A lot of people are like kind of realizing that the normal job that they've been working and slaving away at, it's like, like a lot of it's been blockages. It's like I've realized that about so many different things in my life. It's just like, the universe keeps tapping me and be like, yo, like this is, this has got to go. This isn't on your path. And it's like you try to hold on to it, but I've already experienced the tap, and then it starts shouting at you, and then it slams you. So I learned to trust my intuition and just don't question things. Welcome all you new people in the chat. Hopefully Mars isn't screwing with y'all too much. I was talking to somebody that said that they were starting to feel the shift the other day, and then I'm just like, oh, I mean, like, I feel pretty good about it. And then nothing really bad's happened, and then technology just starts to have a mind of its own. So. I just like will welcome all y'all new people to the channel as well. I just made a video like a week ago to like, welcome my 100 subscribers, and now I'm like over 200 thanks to Shadow from Bodhi and Son. It's crazy because like I was one of her first subscribers and she was one of my first subscribers. I've just been hiding. Yeah, well, wish fulfillment. See, a lot of people, it's like, that's what's been stopping you is like this being chained to these situations or, whatever it is. I mean, even fear. Like, I think with the Ace of Cups, it's like there's been a lot of fear. Maybe you met somebody new that you fancy, and it's like, it's like just because of old situations or things that you went through in the past, it's like you're kind of skeptical about it, being cautious. But it's like, Jupiter, the wheel, and the world. It's just like the time to take that new start. So being like Jupiter, when it rolls around, it's bringing a gift for you. So like, a lot of people don't believe in like paranormal stuff or miracles and stuff like that, but there's even if you just believe that everything happens for a reason, like there's going to be some stuff happen in your life, and it's like the universe is giving you the chance for that new start, And it's like a lot of us have kind of stopped ourselves because of the fear or being chained to these, just chained to whatever, you know, being in third party situations or unfulfilling situations. Yeah, again, it's like the world. Brand new start. It's like you put the work in and you just want to put the work in on something that's going to matter, and a betrayal. So, I mean, the thing about being the betrayal, it's like I've noticed, like in my own stuff, it's like I've betrayed myself so much. It's like just by like going against my guides and my intuition and what I knew, you know. It's like it just gets to a certain point, you just like yeah, or false evidence appearing real. I mean, even though like I don't know, it's like my intuition, like within the last year, my intuition is just like picked up. Like I've always known I've had an intuition. I just didn't know what it. I just thought it was a gut feeling. I didn't realize that, you know, it had some superpowers, some shit. But then once I started kind of trusting it, and then like the last year just picked up, and you know, when things really blew up for me, it was like I thought I was going fucking crazy. So I was like, you know, maybe I am going crazy. Maybe this is real evidence, and I'm just like, you know, maybe it's just in my head. But, well, that's the thing. You have to trust it too. It just gets to the point where, that's what I mean. It's like for me, I've had to fight for my spirituality. It's like it's a weird thing. It's like when I told my ex that I was on a spiritual path, she cried, and I was just like, I didn't understand that. Like, I'm not floating off to space. Like, to me, being spiritual is like, it's not about being Mother Teresa. It's about like living authentic to yourself, and like I guess I've always like unknowingly aligned myself to Dharma, and I mean, it's just about having integrity and not being a dick to people, and you know, helping others. Well, I mean, you know, there can be crying in baseball. It can be pretty emotional. I mean, I accidentally, as a kid, smacked somebody in the head with a baseball bat during baseball. I mean, that's probably why they never picked me to be on any teams either, so that's fine. That's why I stay away from sports. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I had a crush on that girl too, and I don't think we talked much after that. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, Empress. Yeah, there's some powerful ass energies kicking. So it's like the Queen of Wands is looking right at the Empress. It's like she's passionately like standing. She's like this could, I don't know. To me, this is just so powerful. Like the Queen of Wands is just like knowing. It's like knowing she's passionately, like she knows who the F she is. And like with the King of Cups, like it's like this is being like completely like open, but it's like in control of your emotions. It's like you're not allowing your emotions to rule you anymore. Like, I mean, I know that was like a huge thing. That's like, you know, letting your heart get in the way of decisions that you know how you have to make, or like even that blocks the intuition kind of thing. It's like trusting, or not trusting, but it's like I know that was like a big thing for me in life. It was like I always wore my heart on my sleeve, and I still do, but it's like it was like I'm just like more, I don't know, cautious about it, I guess, or It's weird though, because the Knight of Swords is rushing right in. So, I mean, somebody might be getting some communication this weekend. Like, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, especially with everything wrapping up and stuff. But again, it's like the High Priestess too, and the Queen of Swords cutting it out. And again, you got the Knight of Wands. It's like this is like if this was like a superhero movie, this would be like I would choose these guys. I mean, if I was in the sports and playing baseball, these guys would be on my team. Cause this is just like this is some powerful energy there. Because that's the thing, like, a lot of like traditional readers are always like, oh yeah, the High Priestess, she's like got secrets or whatever. But this is, to me, this is like just like trusting your intuition, and like it's like she knows things, and it's like she just doesn't. You don't, you're not gonna say what you know. It's like you know, and just because you know, it's like you're the Queen of Swords. It's like you're, the temporary energy is coming rushing in, and you're just like, nope, I'm good. Not only am I, in control of my emotions, and, I'm the fucking Empress and the Queen of Wands. And again, it's like you're not putting up with this, like, the childish behavior that, it's like a lot of people don't want the battle anymore. And again, it's like 6 of Cups and then 2 of Cups in reverse. But we'll see where this is going. The Hierophant. Yeah. Okay, so basically this is like, again, it's just like tell me the same thing before, like the toxic situations or whatever. It's like maybe there's still somebody from the past that's like, still coming around with this shit, or it's like been holding on to it or whatever, and it's just like, like you basically realize your worth. It's like, like I don't deserve to be treated like that. It's like I wouldn't treat somebody like this 7 of Swords BS, right? And it's like, as nostalgic as you are or whatever, it's like, we did have a connection, but it's like a lot of people are just like, just your worth. And it's like the Hierophant, it's like you want that stable foundation, especially when like I know through the shifts, it's like everybody's had to fight for like not only their sanity but like their own civility and stuff, right? Like it hasn't been easy at all, and it's like it's been a struggle, and it's like it's again the balance. It's like everything's being balanced out. A lot of people are just done. It's like you know what you have. It's like what your foundation is, and it's like what you expect, and it's like you're not putting up with the 7 of Swords or the page of Swords, any of that stuff. Like you wanna show up, you're gonna show up correct, kind of thing. It's just like doing the work isn't easy. It's not easy being a cat either, is it, Gracie? Walking, trying to get your ear. Okay, that was supposed to be this way. Yeah, because I think a lot of people are even like realizing like the karmic situations and stuff like that, and it's like a lot of situations that like there's different decisions that are being made and stuff like that, and it's like felt like a victory, and then it's like the past tries to come around or whatever, and it's just like a lot of people are just over it. Yeah, it's because like you sat there waiting with Cup. It's like, you know, you're on this horse, you're waiting, and it's like reverse now, not waiting no more. It's like I've done my healing. I've been sitting here waiting, lying awake, worried, trying to figure stuff out. I was putting the work in, but I'm not no more. And it's like the five of pence. Where's the 5 pence here? Foolers. Yeah, it's like, you know, I can even fucking relate with this. Just like being, it's like almost realizing that it's like you left yourself out in the cold because you just like sat there, you know, waiting or whatever. And it's like you could have already, you know, taken that fresh start. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you had to do the work, you had to do the healing. And it's like, you know, the energy, like I said, right now is a huge, huge shift. And it's like the fact that the Queen of Wands and the Empress are just sitting there next to each other. Like that's some good stuff right there. But I'm gonna whip out another deck here. Yeah, because I'm at 50%, so I probably should have charged my phone, but you get a lot of the same situations, like tying up loose ends. You know, a lot of people are really starting to stand in their power, and it's like they're, you know, you've had to do the work. It's like a fight. It's been a fight to, you know, do the healing and do the work, and it's like, you know, just done fighting. So that's the thing. It's like the flow of the universe kind of thing, you know. It's like trying to walk upstream, or as a kid, I used to like to try to run up the escalators that were like going down. It's such a dumb idea, especially when you're an adult. And realize that stuff doesn't work in life. It's like the path of least resistance. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you gotta fall off the bike a few times. I mean, I'm still tempted to run up the escalator once in a while, but so the wheel's right on the bottom. So like, I'm not even surprised, because Jupiter's been coming up in a lot of readings too. Same with a lot of towers. But I mean, at least it wasn't like months ago when it was tower after tower after tower. Nice, nice. I think we actually, me and my roommate listened to that yesterday, didn't we, Dragula?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's been a while since I listened to Rob Zombie.
Yeah, and Let 'Em Dead Girl.
Emperor's coming out again. She's got her back to the Page of Swords. And again, it's like walking away. It's like moving forward quick too. Because I think a lot of people have been like stuck. It's like the self-betrayal kind of thing. It's like not trusting. It's like knowing the truth. It's like knowing the truth, but like it's like your intuition tells you, but it's like, I don't know. I think we should like make up a word for that. I think there should be a word for that. Okay, what is changing? Two of Cups. Ten of Cups, alright. Ten's better than the 2. So yeah, it's like fucking again, just done. It's like if you've done the work, you've put in the time, and it's like you know who you are, and it's like you're in the stable energy now. It's like a lot of, I mean, like everyone's going to be going through the shifts at different times and stuff like that, and everyone's going to be affected by it differently. But for the majority of the collective, I feel it's like finally shifting into that energy, and it's like knowing your worth, and it's like if you're gonna put the time. Oh my God, why do cats like lying on computers? My God. But it's like it's like your worth, and it's like if you're gonna put your time and energy into something, then it's got to be that 10 of Cups, like you want to go the distance. So I mean that's pretty good. Like I said, you got to fall off the bike a bunch before you learn how to not fall off it. Yeah, but there's still, I mean, there's still like, some people are like, still up in their head about shit, about moving forward or whatever. But that's like, again, where the trust comes in. It's like, like that's been one of the biggest things for me. It's like trying to go through all the different scenarios and stuff. I mean, like, I've grew up with anxiety and stuff, so I was always in that mindset, but now I'm out of the mindset. It's still kind of a fight to realize it's just like limiting you, like just have the direction, and it's like have the faith that you start moving in that direction. Like one of my sayings has always been baby steps. It's like, yeah, like you're moving into a new cycle, you got the world right here. But it's like and I think for a lot of us, this has been a really slow, long process. And I mean, like, I've talked to some people that have been on this path for the journey for fucking years and years. And it's like, it's been 6, 7 months for me that I knew I was on a fucking journey. And it's been a lot of baby steps, that's for damn sure. But it's like you realize it's like as hard as it is to take those steps forward, as long as you keep taking those steps forward, it doesn't matter how how long it takes you. You're still gonna get there. And I mean, having that faith that you are actually being supported, it's like you're being guided, and it's like a lot of people are starting to realize that it's kind of boosting the morale around camp, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, 7 of Swords in it, the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords. So again, it's like the 7 of Swords is like he thinks he's getting away, but it's like I know, it's like I just don't care, I don't have time for it. It's like I'm the Queen of Swords anyway, so I mean, like, turn around, come try that sneaky stuff again, and you get the sword. It's just like, here's all these wands here. They're already stacked up, and you just already got this wand here. It's like, no, I'm good with my one wand. I've learned my lessons. I fell off that bike. Alright, why is this last serpent trying to come out? Yeah, again, it's like knowing. It's like knowing what you had to go through, and it's like all the work that you put in, but not only like to situations that weren't working, but it was like actually putting the work into yourself, which is where it matters. And again, it's like, three of pence, judgment, the magician. So it's like not only do you realize that it's like you're the empress, and it's like I'm not, I'm gonna make sure I know where I'm putting my energy, and I know it's gonna be, it's gonna be what I want, it's gonna be what I deserve, and it's like, but making the judgment and like magician, that's like you have all the elements, you know how to use it. It's like working with the universe, and it's like it's like realizing that holding on to this extra burden or whatever's been blocking you, it hasn't been really helping manifest. And it's like again, it's like a lot of people are just making that call to just be like, like whatever, Han Solo. I'll go adopt myself 10 cats. I mean, I've got enough cats to already be a crazy cat lady. So I already got that one covered. Yeah, it's like I'm balanced. I don't want to struggle no more. And Jupiter, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. So I mean, I'm gonna do another reading, an energy reading tomorrow, just because like the energy is shifting, like, but just because I want to do it a little bit closer to the weekend as well. So, but I think I'm gonna end her here. Probably go get me some coffee, do some sweeping, and all that stuff. But it was good chilling with y'all this morning. I guess yeah, and I'm low battery, so we're already like 9% now. So. But it was good chilling with y'all, and peace and love, and we'll talk to y'all soon.